the notes. Okay, so children, today we will discuss reproduction, 8th class CBSE. Reproduction, 8th class CBSE. Please, everyone, please keep copying, children. No one is sitting idle. Okay, reproduction lesson from 8th class I am discussing, children. Okay, so first one, children, what is reproducting? Reproduction is the biological act of creating and producing offspring. What is reproduction? It is biological act of is a biological act of creating and producing offspring of same variety. Okay, it's producing offspring of same variety. What do you mean by same variety? Means human beings will give rise to human beings only, children, not dog. Dog will give rise to only dog, not human beings. So it's an act of creating and producing offspring. What is reproduction, children? It's a biological act of creating and producing offspring. It's the biological act of creating and producing offspring. So, okay, children, next question. What are the two types of reproduction we have? We have two types of reproduction: sexual and asexual reproduction. Sexual and asexual reproduction. Okay, children, two types are there: sexual and asexual reproduction. Okay, what is the difference between sexual and asexual reproduction? We will see, children. Okay, what is the difference between sexual and asexual? Please see here, children. Everyone is copying. No one is sitting idle. Difference between sexual and asexual. Children, in sexual, both male and female organisms are involved. Male and female organisms are involved. Because both male and female organisms are involved, try to understand, children, because both male and female organisms are involved, so male and female gametes are formed. Male and female gametes. Can anyone tell what are male gametes? Anyone? What are male gametes? Sperms. What are female gametes?
Ovary.
Ova. So because male and female gametes are there, fertilization takes place. Can anyone tell what is meant by fertilization?
Fusion of male and
The fusion of male and female gametes is called as fertilization.
Fusion of male and female gametes. Fusion of sperm and ova. Fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Fusion of male and female gamete is called fertilization. Fusion of male and female. Here I am writing definition. What is fertilization? What is fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes. Fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. Fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. Because fertilization occurs of male and female gametes, variations occur. What is variation, children? There will be with children, we don't look like exactly like our mother, we don't exactly look like our father. We'll be having mixed characters of father and mother, and new character will come. We'll be having mixed characters of father and mother, and new character will come. This is called variation. Variation means slight differences present between parents and offspring. Children, what are variations? What are variations?
Slight differences between the parents of the
differences between parents and offspring. Slight difference between parents and offspring are called variations. What are variations, children? Slight difference between parents and offspring are called variation. Because variations are they are useful for evolution. Means sexual reproduction is good for evolution, children. If evolution has to occur, like this, see, children, plants, from plants, animals came, from animals, different fishes came, frogs came, reptiles came, birds came, mammals came, from mammals, human beings. This is called evolution. If evolution has to occur, means compulsory variation should occur. So which reproduction is better, sexual or asexual? Sexual. Why sexual is better for evolution? Because variation occurs. Why variation occurs? Because fertilization occurs. Why fertilization occurs? Because male and female gametes are present. Why male and female gametes are present? Because male and female involved in reproduction. Asexual means any one organism is involved. Any one organism, either male or female. Any one organism is involved. So because any one organism is involved, no gametes won't form. Why, children? When only one organism is there, why gametes, children? No gametes. When no gametes, no
fertilization.
When no fertilization, no
variation.
No variation. When no variation,
no evolution.
Much useful for evolution. Not much useful for evolution. Means evolution won't occur as well because of asexual play. It will occur, but it is compared to sexual, it is slowly evolution. So children, reproduction, what is reproduction? Biological act of creating and producing offsprings. Biological act of creating and producing offsprings. Biological act of creating and producing offsprings. There are two types of reproduction, sexual and asexual. What is fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. Fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. Fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. What is variation? Slight difference between parents and offspring. Slight difference between parents and offspring. Slight difference between parents and offspring is called sexual means male and female, asexual means anyone. Sexual means male and female gametes are formed, asexual means no gametes. Sexual means fertilization will occur, asexual means fertilization won't occur. Sexual means variation will occur, asexual means no variation will occur. Sexual means evolution will occur because of variation. Asexual means evolution does not occur that much fast because variations are not there. So these are the difference between it. Okay, then asexual reproduction, some examples. Some examples of asexual reproduction which we know. Some of the famous examples of asexual reproduction are fission. Okay, children, some of the famous examples of fission. Okay, budding, regeneration. Okay, spore formation are some of the famous examples of asexual reproduction which occurs in different plants and animals. Children, fission, budding, regeneration, spore formation are different methods of asexual reproduction. When single organism is involved. Do you know what is meant by fission, children? Anyone? Fission means to break.
To break down into two or more parts.
Yeah. If one cell divides into two cells, one parent cell divides into two daughter cells, that is called binary fission. Children, in lower organisms like amoeba, it simply reproduces by fission, children. Lower organisms like amoeba simply reproduces by amoeba. Whenever it wants to reproduce, one cell breaks up and gives rise to two cells. Over. Simple reproduction. Fission means to break. Okay, in amoeba, what is the spelling of amoeba? A-M-O-E-B-A. Amoeba, one parent cell breaks up into two cells. Two will grow and each one will give rise to 2 to 4 will come. 4 will grow, each one will give rise to 2 to 8 will come. 8 will give 16, 32, 64, 728, 256, like that. Budding. Budding you can see in lower organisms like hydra and yeast. Budding. Children, budding means, suppose hydra is there. Hydra looks like this. See here, children, all of you. Hydra looks like this. Whenever it wants to reproduce, a small bud will come on the hydra body. This bud will give rise to a new organism, and if you see here, budding. Okay, this is hydra. On its body wall, one bud will come like this, children. Bud will grow tentacles. It will detach. It will fall on the ground, and it forms a new organism. Over simple reproduction. Yeast, if you see, yeast will be like this, children. Yeast. It will grow buds like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. All the buds will fall on the ground and it will grow into new organisms. So simple budding, simple reproduction, children, which you see in the regeneration. So many are there, children. The best example for regeneration is planaria. Did you see planaria, children, anytime? Anyone? Children, did you see planaria?
In science lab we saw under microscope.
Yeah, okay, very good. Under microscope, we saw planaria somewhat looks like this, children. Planaria, okay, somewhat. You cut planaria into any number of parts, children. Each part will develop into entire new organism. 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 From each part, one new organism is coming. This is regeneration. It's a single part is developing the whole body. If I cut my finger, can entire myself can come from finger, children? No. In higher animals, it's not possible. But in lower animals, you cut the body into any number of pieces. Each piece will develop into entire organism. Each piece will develop into entire organism. Each piece will develop into entire organism. This is called regeneration. Spore formation you can see in rhizopus, children. Spore formation. Rhizopus. Anyone saw anytime rhizopus, children? Anyone? Anyone saw
Yes, sir. Bread
rhizopus?
fungus.
Very good.
Yes, sir. Bread fungus.
Bread fungus. On the bread day, you will see a green color. If you put 2 3 days, after 2 3 days, it will become green color a little bit. That we will throw it. We will say fungus came, and that fungus is rhizopus, bread mold. What is the name of rhizopus? Bread mold. What is the name of rhizopus?
Bread
Bread
mold.
mold.
Bread
Okay.
mold.
Okay, children. It will have like this, children. Rhizopus will be like this. It will have a sporangium. Sporangium bulges and liberate spores. Spores fall on the ground and grow into new hydra. New rhizopus. Again, I'm saying one rhizopus looks like this. Here, so many spores will be there. They absorb water. They will break open, liberate spores. Each spore will fall on the ground and grows into new fungus. Those you need to understand. Again, I will say, children, once again, just be online. Formation is how it will occur in children. Okay, in formation, one rhizopus looks like this. It will have big sporangium. It will have so many spores. It will bulge. It will revive the spores into atmosphere. Each spore on falling the ground gives rise to new fungus. So, what are the different methods of sexual reproduction we saw? Can anyone name them? What are the different methods of sexual reproduction we learned? Can anyone name them?
Fission, budding, regeneration, spore formation.
Fission, budding, regeneration, spore formation. Fission, budding, regeneration, spore formation. Okay, so, okay, Sujit, can you define what is reproduction? Sujit? Sujubai, what is reproduction? Sujit? This fellow is a deaf fellow. Surya, can you define reproduction?
Sir, it is the biological act of creating and producing offspring.
Very good. Can you define fertilization?
Sir, it is the fusion of male and female gametes.
Very good. Can you define variation? Slight difference.
Sir, slight difference between the offspring and parents.
Parents. Offspring and parents. Offspring is children. Okay. Okay. Very good. Rishikesh, can you tell the difference between sexual and asexual reproduction?
Yes, sir. In sexual reproduction, both male and female gametes are involved. In asexual reproduction, no gametes are
Both
involved.
female and male organisms
Sir,
are involved.
sir, asexual, sir.
Yeah, organisms you see here also organisms. Here gametes.
Okay. So, male and female gametes are involved in sexual and asexual. Individual gametes.
Okay.
Individual organism. In a sexual reproduction, fertilization occurs. In a sexual reproduction, no fertilization. In sexual reproduction, variation between the offspring and the parent. Asexual, no variation. Sexual evolution occurs and it is required. Asexual, not much required for
Abraham, what
evolution.
are the different types of asexual reproduction?
Yes, sir.
Abraham, what are the different types
Fission,
of
budding, regeneration, spore formation.
Nandika, what are the different methods of asexual reproduction?
Sir, fission,
Pravalika, what are the different methods of asexual reproduction?
Fission, budding,
Okay, now next one, children, all of you see here. So after this, children, we have to discuss about sexual reproduction, children. We have to discuss about sexual reproduction. So children, in sexual reproduction, I told you many times, male and female organisms are involved. Children, there are two types of animals, children, unisexual and bisexual. What are unisexual organisms? Children, what are unisexual organisms? In unisexual organisms, males and females are separate. In unisexual, males and females are separate like human beings. Okay. In another one is bisexual. Bisexual or hermaphrodite. Bisexual or hermaphrodite. Bisexual or hermaphrodite means male and female organisms are in the same body. Male and female organs are in same body. Can anyone give an example of hermaphrodite? Animal which have both male and female?
Earthworm.
Very good. Earthworm and leech. In earthworm and leech children, male and female are present in the same body. In earthworm, male and female are present in the same body. In earthworm, male and female are present in the same body. Okay, children? Okay, I hope you understood, children. Now we'll discuss. Okay, sexual reproduction, human beings later will study male and female reproductive systems, children, and remaining we'll discuss tomorrow about how fertilization occurs, all those things. I want to discuss male and female reproductive systems, children. Small diagram and their functions. Small diagram and their functions. Male and female reproductive systems. See here, male and female. First, female reproductive system, children, because already menstrual cycle we studied. Do you remember, children? So in that menstrual cycle, I told you female reproductive system looks like this. I said in menstrual cycle, I said the female reproductive system. You have to draw the diagram also if you are asked this question. Female reproductive systems looks like this, children. Okay, and please see here, children, like this. This is female reproductive system, children. So, children, these are called ovaries. Okay, and this is called oviduct, and this is called uterus, and this is called vagina. What are the parts of female reproductive system, children? We have ovaries.
Oviduct.
Two ovaries are there, and two oviducts are there, children. Two oviducts are there, and uterus is there, children. Uterus. Okay, vagina is there. What are their functions? What is the function of ovaries, children? Anyone? Ovaries? You studied in endocrine glands. Ovaries produce
They
Ova.
produce
estrogen hormone, and they also produce ova. In endocrine system, we studied ovaries are glands which produce estrogen hormone. Estrogen helps in development of female sexual character. Secondary, I said. And ovaries also produce ova. When ovaries are produced ova, can anyone tell when will ovary produce ova? On which day?
Sir, start
On 14th day of menstrual cycle, ovulation. Oviducts. Ovary of ova will come and wait here. Ova will come and wait here. I told you for 2 days. It will wait 2 days. It will leave for 2 days. So these both are oviducts, children. Fertilization occurs in oviduct because sperm will come and fertilize the ova here only. What is the function of oviduct? Fertilization occurs in oviduct. The sperms will come like this. Ova is here. Fertilization occurs in oviduct. Either here or there, fertilization occurs. What is the function of oviduct? Fertilization occurs in oviduct. Uterus. Thinking that fertilization occurs every month, uterus prepare a bed, soft cushion-like structure for the zygote to get implanted. So in uterus, what happens? Implantation occurs. Implantation. Can anyone define what is implantation? Can anyone define what is implantation?
Implanting of zygote on the endometrium.
As attachment of zygote to uterus. What is implantation, children? Attachment of zygote to uterus. Attachment of zygote to uterus is called implantation. Implantation and development of embryo, development of zygote means zygote develops into embryo develops into full fetus into baby occurs 9 months in uterus only. What is vagina? Vagina is a female copulatory organ. Vagina is a female copulatory organ. Sexual reproduction occurs in vagina only. Sperms are liberated here only. Baby comes out through vagina only. So, female copulatory organ. Female copulatory organ. Okay. Sexual intercourse occurs through vagina only, and also baby will be born from here only. And menstrual cycle flow also occurs through vagina only. What are the functions of vagina? Female copulatory organ. Sexual intercourse will occur. Baby will be coming out through vagina, and menstrual cycle also occurs through vagina. This is female reproductive system. Okay, for 8th class, diagram and the functions is enough, children. And more we can study in 10th class. In detail, I will tell children when you come to 10th class. So much is there, I will tell. So for 10th class, you study 4 structures. What are they? Ovaries, oviducts, uterus, and vagina. Ovaries, oviducts, uterus, and vagina. What are the 4 parts of female reproductive system? Ovaries, oviducts, uterus, and vagina. Ovaries, oviducts, uterus, and vagina. Ovaries helps in giving out estrogen hormone and development of ova. Ovaries gives estrogen hormone and also gives ova. Ovaries helps in giving estrogen hormone and also gives ova. Oviduct is the place where fertilization occurs. Oviduct is the place where fertilization occurs. In uterus, implantation occurs and development of fetus occurs. In uterus, implantation occurs and development of fetus occurs. And vagina is a female copulatory organ where sexual intercourse will occur. Sexual intercourse will occur. baby comes out through vagina, and menstrual flow also comes out through vagina only. So children, male reproductive system, all those things tomorrow we will study. So I told today children definition of reproduction and definition of fertilization, definition of variation, definition of implantation. What is implantation? Attachment of zygote to uterus. What is implantation, children? Attachment of zygote to uterus. What is implantation,
uterus.
children? Attachment of zygote
Attachment
to
of
uterus.
zygote to uterus.
What is implantation, children? Attachment of zygote to uterus. After fertilization, sperm and ova, zygote will form. The zygote goes and attaches here, and a placenta will be developed between mother and baby, and the placenta will take care of all those things. I will tell that tomorrow class, children. So what is implantation? Attachment of zygote to uterus. What is implantation, children? Attachment of zygote to uterus. And what are the four parts of female reproductive system? Ovary, oviduct, uterus, vagina. Ovary, oviduct, uterus, vagina. Ovary, oviduct, uterus, vagina. Ovary, oviduct, uterus. You should write uterus only. You should not say urethra and something else like ureters. Don't write anything. Uterus, uterus. Implantation. Baby will attach there and it will grow for 9 months. Okay. Vagina is a female copulatory organ through which sexual intercourse will occur, and also baby will come out through vagina, and menstrual flow also occurs, discharge occurs through vagina only. This is about female reproductive system, children. Remaining part we'll discuss tomorrow. Please learn all these definitions and write and once send to me as homework. Thank you, children.